Welcome to Rock Dudes number 30, and this episode is presented by ROCKTOBERFEST 2016, an event that will take place at the Globen Annex in Stockholm the 28th of October. The event will be like a classic ROCKTOBERFEST like in Germany, and will be of course served a lot of good beers. It's actually specially brewed for this event. And of course a lot of good food. And on stage you will see Danko Jones, Lilla Syster and Grand Theft Culture. You can find all information and buy tickets at globearenas.se. Welcome to Rock Dudes 30, and this episode was attended by the singer of the Swedish hardrock band Smashing to Pieces, and his name is Chris Adam Hedman Sörbye. He talked about his tough childhood and school time, and the whole thing about being misunderstood. When the music came into his life, everything pretty much changed. We of course talked about how Smashing to Pieces started and what nasty things happened after their first record deal, and how it felt to be the support band for one of his biggest inspirations, Alterbridge. Of course, there will be some anecdotes as well. You can hear it all in Rock Dudes 30. In the end of the show, we will present a music top list, where Chris Adam reveals his 5 most important songs, and me and Ömer choose to tell our top 5 songs of new rock and metal. Now it's time to get over to the interview with Chris Adam from Smashing to Pieces. Rock Dudes! We start with when music came into your life for the first time. When did that happen?
I was like 13 or 14 years old. I felt that I had something when I was in the shower singing, you know, this big reverb. I was like, oh, I can actually sing a couple of tones. So,
do you remember the song?
I don't want to say this in a rock, you know.
It was not a metal song.
No, it was not a metal song. It was like, I actually loved Savage Garden when I was young.
Ah, okay.
So yeah,
that's
probably a Savage Garden song or something like
that's
that.
That's cool.
So.
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
No,
I
love Savage Garden. It's a really nice songs, and so
good.
It's yeah. So in 2002 actually.
Yeah. Did you start a band or something like that?
No. I was like this bad boy in school.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to come out that way, you know, that I could sing, because I thought that people would like, you know. So I actually started singing like for real when Benjamin took me into Smashing to Pieces in 2007. So
how did you meet each other?
We had a friend that was friend with both of us, and the old guitarist from Smashing to Pieces actually, Ronnie. So we met through him, because I had a school band with Ronnie. So, and I was like, we need a bass player for our band, because then with my school band we had like one guitar player and one drummer, and it was me, you know. So it's kind of empty without a bass player. So we needed a bass player. That was Benjamin. So, but he was like, the first time I met him, he was like, okay, you want to hear my band? We had a CD player in the rehearsal room. I was like, yeah, sure, man. And he played Smashing to Pieces for me. A couple of demos, you know. I want you guys to be in there, this band. I was like, okay, let's do it, you know.
Let's try it out.
Yeah, let's try it out, you know. So
where did you grow up? Which kind of environment?
I grew up, like, I had 2 sides of my childhood. It was like, with my father, everything was like very safe and like you should grow up, you know. With my mother, was like, there was a lot of, she met those bad guys, you know, doing drugs and stuff like that, beating me and my smaller brother, you know, beating us up and stuff like that. And it was kind of rough.
Kind of rough, yeah.
It was like, or actually it was fucked up. So, but I had like this schizo childhood actually.
Yeah. You seem to be a very calm guy today. So what did that do to you?
Nowadays, I think I'm stronger than most people, like mentally. But back then it was really rough because I grew up with a very strong HD80 diagnosis.
Okay.
And I actually didn't know who I was. Like, I had this mental breakdowns, stuff like that. So I took, pills with my HD and stuff like that. So it fucked up my head a bit. But today it's like a positive thing, actually. I've gone through a lot.
You use
already.
It, yeah, you use it as a tool.
Yeah. But back then it was really, really rough. And it was not so good.
You're still on medication though?
No.
Okay.
It's like 10 years ago I ended that.
So what was it like? What made you quit taking those pills?
I wasn't myself. The pills really took me to a level that when I didn't recognize myself. So I was like, okay, I need to take. I know that I have these issues and stuff like that. Just take the tools, in another direction, and not using pills.
Yeah.
Because I've seen what those pills are doing to people.
Yeah.
In the long term. So that was it. So,
but you, which age did you come into the Smash Into Pieces? Was it like?
It was actually in 2007 when Benjamin asked me to join his band, or back then it was like a project more, and he was searching for band members for it. So and he and me was like we clicked very fast. It was like, okay, I want to do things with this dude. So from that day on, here I am.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
And then if you just talk a little bit more about the start of the Smash Into Pieces as a band, you found did you found that bass player you were talking about, because you said that Benjamin.
Yeah. Sorry, I actually had a school band.
Yeah.
Back in 2007. This was like during my school period. So I had this band. We were one drummer, one bass player, and I was the singer. So I was like, okay, or guitar player, sorry. Or maybe I said that.
Yeah.
Still. So we needed a bass player. That was actually Benjamin.
Yeah.
So the first thing he did was like, you want to hear my band? Of course. And he put in the Smash Into Pieces CD.
Yeah.
Played it for me.
Was it things like he had been written by himself, or did he have other members as well? Co-writing?
Isaac was in that project in the beginning as well, the old drummer from Smash Into Pieces. So
yeah. Cool. So when you got together and started the band, did you start to use his already written songs, or did you write new music?
Benjamin, he wrote most of the stuff back then, and he still are today. But me and him co-wrote a song called "Fading" back in 2008, in the beginning of it, and we had our first record deal with that song, because we released that song on MySpace just to see the response.
Yeah.
And like 2 weeks into the release, or when we had released that song, we got an email on MySpace like, okay, hi guys, I want to sign you guys. When can we meet? I was like, oh man,
What was the
really
label?
cool. That was a record label called 19 Records.
Okay.
In Sundsvall. And we signed that deal, and that was actually the band Corroded that told the record label about us, because they've seen us on MySpace. So thank you, Corroded. But things, we recorded that song "Fading" because we had like a big hit on MySpace with that song, and we recorded that for real in that studio because we signed that record deal. And things got ugly, a few months after, because it was in such a rush because we had to record that song for real, release it. It was like a hit on the Bandit Rock station here in Stockholm. And when I got on the train from Örebro, where I live, up to Sundsvall to record all the songs, with my vocals, we had this other deal he came up with from the label, like, oh, you need to sign this as well. I was like, okay, we can't start this relationship like this.
So what happened?
We ended that relationship, and they held us for more than 12 months. So we couldn't do shit. We could just tour. So we started actually touring from 2010 until like 2013, just constantly touring. I think we did I think we did 80 shows, and we were unsigned. We did shows in Sweden, Denmark, and I think it was Finland.
How did you reach out and make those bookings?
We were very hungry. We were just constantly mailing people or calling people and just, okay, we're this band, we don't need much, but we need to tour, we need to go out there and play. We're like, okay, it was kind of not so good payments, but still we did tour,
yeah.
and we did things we loved. So
What happened to the album though? I mean, was it locked in for like 3 years or whatever? Because
yeah,
you
it's
didn't...
still locked in.
It is?
Yeah, the debut album that was supposed to be released, it's up in Sundsvall.
So this song has never been to the public at all?
No. Yeah, I mean, they've seen light of the day in a couple of songs we released, actually. There's a couple of riffs there and,
Yeah.
a couple of melodies there, blah, blah, blah. But it's not like... I mean, 50% of the songs that was supposed to be released on the debut album actually came or was included in the debut album that we released. So, and 50% of some new fresh blood we brought in. So it's...
So the other 50%, you think they're going to be released on the next album, or
maybe
the material?
Maybe.
Okay.
Because there's really good songs. Because those songs was actually, I mean, Benjamin has been writing music since he was like 12 years old or something like that. So he actually, all those song ideas or he brought to that album, and that's like 10-12 years of recording.
Yeah.
And having those ideas, so it was kind of shame that it was ended up on an album that was never released.
And what happened later on? Did you sign another deal, or did you find another record label to work with?
I think that in 2012, when we had, toured for 2 years, we got an email from Sony Music. And they were like, okay, we've seen that you guys are touring without, having a record deal. So we need to sign you before it goes big. So I remember we were going to do soundcheck in Motala. It's a town here in Sweden. And actually, when we got that email, me and Benjamin was like screaming outside the venue. Like screaming, and actually almost cried. Because we when you're on top and you're dragged down, it's a very, very ugly feeling.
Yeah.
It's wow.
It's a great feeling when someone pick you up.
Yeah. That
actually from a major label as well.
Yeah, it's a big pressure being released. So
it was a better, friendlier relationship with that.
Yeah, they're really
those
nice.
Guys.
Really nice. Yeah.
Are you still with them today?
Yeah, we are.
Cool. What was the name of the album that was released first with Sony?
It was the self-titled. It was called Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. Okay.
Yeah, and that like resembles the thing that everything that stands between us and our dreams. We like smash into pieces, and we're strong. Nothing can.
If you describe your sound and lyrics and things like that for the first album? What if we have listeners that haven't been don't know who you are?
Yeah.
So how do you describe your music?
It's very. I hate to say it, it's melodic rock. There's a lot of genres out there, but we're in this American rock stylish thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's very hard to say what Smash Into Pieces really is, because we wrote songs from left to right. That's the funny thing with being in Smash Into Pieces, that you can really do whatever song you like. You can do a very, 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 very hard song, and you can do a very, very chill out song. It doesn't matter actually. So, but it's the first record is more like we took all of the other ideas, like, okay, let's do really, how do you say, it's a big mix between all of the styles that we come from. And like the second album, there was like more into this, okay, we need to take a path now. And this third album we're gonna release now, this is really our style, you know. So in the beginning it was like really, we were really unsure of what to be. You know, it's a really big step to present the public, to make an announcement like this is who we are. But yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, did you guys tour on that album as well?
Yeah, I think
even more, right?
I think that with the debut album Unbreakable, I think we did 110 shows that year.
On 1 year?
Yeah.
That's almost a gig every third day.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah, but you know, with all the pressure we had, like, okay, we have this second chance. We just, you know, go nuts. We took everything. We was like,
so you took your life to a tour bus and
yeah, it was like we did shows. We did a show with Alter Bridge. I remember that one in 2013. That was like the major thing that year, and we did a couple of shows in Tokyo. That was like the two biggest things we did that year. But still, we did like from very, very small venues to big things. Like, it was very okay. You know,
sometimes between
sometimes between like 100 people and 5,000 people. Was really weird feeling. But you know, you need to begin somewhere.
Well, I'm thinking about your music is flavored US rock. Have you ever been to the States?
No, we haven't been there with Smash Into Pieces yet.
You're thinking about it though?
Yeah, I think, or actually, there's a thing coming up here very soon. I'm really
a tour.
Yeah.
Oh wow! There we go.
Yeah.
This will
and
be.
This is actually for real. This is actually for real this time. Yeah.
That's really cool. But after you have toured really many times for the debut album, you were last year releasing a new album, the Apocalypse DJ.
Yeah.
What can you say? It's a really hard word to say.
I know. A lot of people in the band actually has problems with pronouncing that right, but it's the Apocalypse DJ.
Yeah. Thank you.
You should hear Benjamin trying to pronounce that. It's really
What is it?
What is it? What can you say about that name? What is that for you?
The Apocalypse DJ is actually the drummer of Smash Into Pieces, and it's the creator of the band actually.
Okay. But it's just a fiction guy, or
maybe?
Yeah, or is it? Yeah, okay.
Or is it? Yeah,
you can say.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Did you? What can you say about that album? Did you follow the same path as the first album, or did you develop the sound? Or
I remember we had a talk before we was like beginning to write new songs. We as I told you guys before, we had to do a path, you know. We need to take a path here.
Yeah.
And we I think we got more heavy actually in some ways. Or actually we took the left to right and did more like a cone of it.
Yeah.
And then we took a path, like I told you guys, in some ways. So, but it's really hard to describe actually. I mean, the first album was like, okay, what are we?
Yeah.
The second album is like, okay, this is. I think that this is the band, you know. So, quite unsure, but still taking some kind of road, you know.
Yes, you had a guest on that album as well, and who was that?
Elise Ryd
From Amaranth.
From Amaranth.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? How did that come about?
We did a European tour with them in 2014, in the spring, and me and Elise was like, the first time we met was actually we had the same sound guy, Amaranth and Smashing to Pieces, and that sound guy, he told Jake that I'm, you know, replacing sometimes or filling in for, and he was like, okay, I need someone to do you know any guy or who can like fill me in for shows or 2 or 3, or you know. And our sound guy was like, okay, can you maybe talk to Chris Adam. I was like, okay, I can talk with them. So he asked me like, you want to do a show with Amaranth? I was like, of course, you know. So I did a show with them, one show in 2013, and that resulted in a tour with Amaranth, actually. And me and Elise like clicked very fast. So I see her like my sis or something. It went really fast.
Yeah.
So, but we really clicked, and we did that tour. And when we got back home, we had this song that we couldn't really figure out what to do with. And it was this song, My Cocaine. So we just asked her, because she lived like 1 hour from our town. So I was like, okay, you want to do this song with us? She was like, okay, I just need to check. Give me like an hour. So she was like, okay, let's do it. So that's it, you know.
Have you been playing that live as well?
She's been on that song live like 5 times now. 3 in Sweden. You were at the show at Götakällare. And actually 1 in the UK. Because we had the same gig in same town at the same time. So
that's funny.
That's cool.
And you're going on tour again this fall, right?
Yeah, we're actually doing that. So
in Europe.
Yeah.
It's together with one of your bands as well.
Apparently it is, yeah. Sonic Syndicate. Yeah. It's a good package. 3 good bands from Sweden.
Yeah.
30 days, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
It's a big tour.
Yeah, and like 1 year after we did that tour with Amaranth in 2014, they asked me to do a full US tour with them. Because Jake had a child, and you know, he had to be home with his
What
wife.
was that like to be standing for that many shows and whole tour?
I was like, okay, you know, I before I didn't believe in myself so much, you know, but when I got that question, like, you want to do a full tour with us? I was like, okay. I grow some hairs on the chest. So it was really, really, really cool.
Yeah, and great for your self-esteem.
Really.
And also you have been to the States, but you've been performing with another band. No, it's Smash.
And the weird thing is that when we were in the merch stands, sometimes there were people coming there with Smash Into Pieces records, so I could sign them. It was like 20 people who came to after the show, like, "Oh, you want to sign this album?"
So there
I've
is
been
a
waiting
fan
for
base.
you guys since 2008 when you released Fading on MySpace. I was like, okay.
But
It's
you
really awkward.
Yeah. Were you able to promote your own band as well?
Yeah, I mean Amaranth is really like they really wanted to present me like, okay, this is the guy who's gonna fill in for Jake. He's in the band Smash to Pieces, blah blah blah. And they actually said that during the live shows as well, like, you guys know who this is? And the funny thing is that a lot of the Amaranth family, like the fans and stuff like that, they really know who I am because we have done the song with Elise, and me and her has like hang out for a few times, and they've seen us on picture a lot of times, and it was like, and everyone was like, or not everyone, but like 50% of the audience was like, "Oh, Chris Adam." I was like, what? They know who I am. It's like it's really cool.
Yeah.
Good promotion.
It's really good for PR.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Was it an easy decision to go? Was it easy to talk to the other guys in Smash for you
About
to,
Amaranth?
Yeah.
I mean, we come along very good or very well with Amaranth, so it's no hard feelings at all.
Yeah.
We're like this big, huge family, weird family in some ways. But you know,
time-wise, how does it work if you tour with Amaranth and Smash Into Pieces like on hiatus for a couple of months?
I mean, it's we need to constantly have a talk with each other, so we don't talk past each other, or how do you say in English? I don't know, but we really need to having this dialogue all the time with each other. And you know, the first thing that happened was like Amaranth, they asked me to do a European tour with them. I was like, we're actually gonna play ourselves then. And they were like, okay, we can maybe we can bring Smash to Pieces as well. It's like, yes. So that was like that was the deal.
So you did
in
two
some
shows,
ways.
2 shows every day, or?
Yeah.
Oh wow! How does that affect your voice? I mean, it's like 2 hours playing, right?
Yeah.
Or even more.
Yeah, I mean, it's I only sing 1/3 of the things they do.
Okay, yeah.
So it's not so bad singing with those guys.
And the rest is jumping around on stage and.
Yeah, it's more exhausting to play with Smash. I can tell you that, because I have to sing all of the stuff, you know. So, but yeah, I think if I just need to shut up all the day, you know, during the days, just be quiet. So everything should.
That's
work
actually
out fine.
weird though in some way, because if you don't know the band and you're actually watching them for first Smash, and then you jump on the stage again.
Yeah.
With them,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that? Isn't that the same guy with the same clothes and everything?
Yeah,
that's a bit
but
weird.
the thing is that the fans already know who I am, so they're not gonna be like, here we go again.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
You know?
it's not a huge surprise.
No, it's not.
But it's good for you though. You pull out 2 salaries on the same day.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Getting rich.
yeah. Well, I'm a musician, you know. That's if you want to earn money, don't be a musician, you know. So.
If you take it back from the beginning and up till today, have you been able to work as a musician for full time?
I am a full-time musician today. I've been that for 1 year now. So it's nice.
What were you
to do
before though? What kind of work did you do?
I have this company with my father back home in Örebro. We do commercial things like doing stickers on cars and windows and signs and stuff like that. It's really nice to have this work sometimes. You just do like regular people do. You know, it's good for your head sometimes.
To doing some other stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a nice thing to work with your father really close because you have this good relationship. So I think that's nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
When you're not out touring, you're working with the band and things like. How does a working day look like when you're home?
When I wake up, I begin working. When I go to sleep, I
Still working.
Yeah, but the thing is, as I told you guys before, when I'm not touring or stuff like that, it's a big job all the time to keep on doing stuff with the band, or it's always something to do. And I have this company with my dad, as I told you guys, and also I am a festival organizer. Mm-hmm. So I do festivals and club shows. Huh?
Which ones?
I do a free entrance show or festival 3 days. It's gonna be this weekend. It's called Boxfestivalen.
Where is it at? Örebro?
Yeah, it's in Örebro. Everything is in Örebro.
You guys playing as well? No?
No. Yeah, actually we do. Yeah. You need to book your own band if you have a festival, right?
So you guys are headlining?
Yeah.
Wow,
we're actually going to play with Dead by April on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
Another MySpace discovery there.
Yeah.
Dead by April, Amant.
It's like a
Smash.
Yeah.
It's like a MySpace reunion or something like that.
Yeah,
it could be.
The MySpace Festival.
But I would say that Smash is the biggest band coming from your hometown, Örebro, right? Is there any bands there out there as well? Like in the same...
In Örebro?
Yeah.
You have Millencolin.
Ah, of
course.
course.
Yeah, they're big, right?
Yeah.
They should be, yeah. Especially in Australia.
Especially in the skate...
Community.
Yeah.
Do you know them?
Yeah, I know them.
Have you thought about touring together?
Somehow? Yeah.
Talked about it?
Yeah, we've talked about it, but still there's a big difference in styles. So I think it's gonna be kind of weird to tour with them, or actually maybe not, but we'll see about that. Yeah. We'll see about that. I don't know. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I don't know.
But this Box Festival, are you the head guy that's doing the festival, or are you
I am doing more of the promotions stuff, you know. I like that.
It's your thing.
It's my thing to keep on the social medias around it, you know.
How big is the festival?
We have I think we have 10,000 people during 3 days.
It's crazy.
So it's kind of big.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have this hip hop day. It's on Fridays. Saturdays, rock day. Sundays, it's more family. Sean Banan in the night. Yeah. Stuff like that.
Well, what else in terms of the rock music is playing on Saturday besides you guys?
I mean, the thing. Actually, we're having a kind of a upcoming band from Örebro. It's called Normandy.
Normandy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But so it's actually just 3 bands that people know about. It's Dead by April, Smashing the Pieces, and kind of Normandy. They're, as I told you guys before, a new band.
New band from Örebro.
Yeah.
Yeah, a local one.
We're checking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good friends of ours as well. They supported us 3 months ago on our single release fest. So really nice guys.
You've been touring a lot. How is the mix in the tour bus? Is it funny guys doing jokes all the time, or what happens?
Yeah.
And who's the funny guy?
I'm constantly laughing when Benjamin is doing stuff. Wow. He always forgot things.
Okay.
Everywhere, all the time. He got a cowboy hat from the company gig at High Chaparral yesterday, and he was like, "Oh, finally I have a cowboy hat." I was like, "You know what? It's gonna drop it somewhere in 30 minutes, and you're
it's gonna forget.
You're
where it
gonna
is.
forget that hat in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You're gonna go home and
Find out
that it's not with you. So it doesn't matter if you have a cowboy hat. You're not gonna have it in 30 minutes. He's so funny guy to tour with. So he is the funny guy.
You have released a couple of new singles during this year. Are you gonna release a new album soon, or?
We're gonna release the new album in the beginning of next year.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be in January. But you
have a name of the album? Yeah.
No, it's still a working title. But we have a few ideas for that. Sneaky album, we're gonna call it.
When are you gonna record it?
We're recording the stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are actually recording all of the stuff by ourselves.
You have your own studio, or?
Yeah, we have this office with a studio in it. So.
Well, why is
rehearsal room, studio, and office in the same
so
room.
You didn't want to use a producer this time around? Did you do everything yourself?
We're using a guy who's called Dino Medahossi. He's an upcoming guy. He's really nice. Really good, talented guy. So he has his own studio here outside Stockholm. So.
Any ideas on the sound? Is it going to evolve? Of course it is, but you're still going to hear it smash, but something different?
It's very different. It just happened. We wanted to take it to the next level. It's gonna be like 5 more levels of everything, the whole image and sound and everything.
Have you been able to record the whole album up to now? Or?
We're actually recording the album right now. I'm gonna end the recordings in like 1 month or something like that. So I think we have like 5 songs left to record the vocals on. So, but it's gonna be really. I think that this album is gonna really take the band to a really new big level.
Oh, cool.
So yeah. No doubt about it, actually.
Is it going to be any new singles in the near future before the album comes out?
We've talked with the label about doing maybe 3 or 4 singles before the album. So, and of course, it's going to be one bonus track on it. So, yeah. I think we're going to release a new single like in 2 months or something like that.
Okay.
We're gonna sync it with
the European tour.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So, yeah.
Any featuring? Elise will support again with another song.
We talked a week ago. We came up with this cool idea to have a bunch of people actually on one of the songs. Just not one person. We have invited a bunch of people, but it's not really official, and it's just an idea. And we've talked with a lot of famous guys and girls out there to feature.
Anything
to be featured in it. No, actually not. But it's just
you can tell me
right now. yeah. Right now it's just an idea we have.
Yeah.
Maybe
cool.
It's gonna be official, or maybe not. We'll see about that.
Time will tell.
Yeah. Time will tell.
We often talk to our guests about anecdotes, fun stuff, or just interesting stuff that happens on tour, or
bad things.
Or bad things on the rehearsal room, maybe, or whatever. Do you have some stories about that?
I'm so bad at remembering stuff like
What's
this.
the craziest gift you ever got from a fan?
Gift?
Yeah.
I think I actually signed a dildo in Switzerland.
In Switzerland.
Why a dildo? Was it a girl with or a guy, or what's a prank?
It was actually a girl. So
it was.
That's
what was it?
It was not the guy.
That was a bit weird. Signing a.
Yeah,
dildo?
it was a white dildo.
Electrical one, or
it was a rubber one.
You take a picture?
I did not.
You should.
But it's it's always funny to when guys like big like motorcycle Sons of Anarchy, you know, guys come up to the merch and like, okay, I want you to sign my chest. I was like, fuck.
Why would they want
2.5 meter long big guys like.
Are they supposed to tattoo it in or the name?
I don't know.
They have drunk too much.
Fanboys.
But I'm actually very. I don't remember stuff like this when I had the question like, okay, what's the most craziest thing? But that's like the weirdest thing that I can come up with now. That's like the dildo, signing the dildo was very
That's
weird.
a good story.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of tattoos though, obviously there's a lot of smash into pieces tattoos on people out there.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple ones.
That's yeah.
Did you ever imagine that years back that people
No.
will tattoo
No.
smash?
I didn't even, you know, I didn't even know if we're gonna have a record deal. So it's like, and it's, you know, far and beyond everything I've
Dreamed of.
Yeah.
But you've seen actually tattoos, right?
Yeah. I see them all the time. And there's actually people out there who has not taken a picture of them.
Mm-hmm.
So like coming up to the shows like, oh, look at this.
Mm-hmm.
And they want you to sign it as well,
Yeah,
so they can tattoo.
always. I actually have my sign of a couple of people out there as well. So
You got yourself the logo on your body, or?
yeah, I have. It's
there you
right
go.
there
On your arm.
on my forearm,
Yeah.
not foreskin. I mean forearm.
Does everybody have
English
that in the band,
2000.
or is it just you?
Huh?
Is it just you who had the tattoo, or in the band, or? is it a collective
Benjamin,
thing?
he just did a Smash Into Pieces tattoo as well. So they're coming here.
Yeah.
You know.
Jonas is thinking about doing a Rock Dudes tattoo on his forehead.
I can begin with a T-shirt. I will begin with a T-shirt,
RD.
maybe.
It's a short version of it.
Yeah.
Fuck is that?
It's always Erm that comes up with that kind of idea.
And I'm
It
like
depends how much money I get from you guys. It's
Sponsorship.
Yeah.
Sponsorship.
On the whole backside.
A whole
Rock-
backside
rock
rock dudes.
No, but tattoos is personal, so it's a weird feeling seeing bands names out there. I mean, in the rock metal, it's kind of normal. Pop, it's not.
But
really common.
it's very weird when you have like people writing to you, like people who just write to you random, like, okay, I just want to tell you guys that I survived this or blah blah blah, you know. There was actually one girl that had a stalker that had, like, tortured her, really. And she said that your song Burn is my medicine for this person that is out there stalking me. So every time I see him, I put on the song Burn, and everything feels great.
Yeah. That's a good...
Yeah,
it's not
but
a
it's-
good feeling, but...
But it's still, people, it's a lot of
They relate to
those
the music.
kinds of mails we got. It's a really nice feeling when people can go through stuff with our music, you know.
Did you meet the girl and the stalker?
Yeah, I met her up north, so yeah.
Now it's time for Rock Dude's Music Top List. Together with the guest, we will present 15 songs. And if you are listening to the podcast on Spotify, you can get the playlist on our profile rockdudes.se, and there you can get both the good stories together with the songs itself.
This is the Right Now playlist.
So this is your my favorite songs
Right now.
2016.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do we start? The first song.
We can start with a song called Happy Song with Bring Me the Horizon.
Okay.
That's my exercise #1 song.
Okay, so every time you exercise,
Every time I'll start with that song, just to come, you know, in the mood.
in the mood.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then we'll listen to that. For number 2, what have been chosen?
Actually, Alter Bridge is out with a new single, the first single from their new album, I don't really remember what the album is going to be called, but I know which the first single is. It's "Show Me a Leader" with Alter Bridge.
Yeah. And what's your relationship with Alter Bridge?
Everything is about Alter Bridge, actually, because Miles Kennedy was the guy who really let me be the singer who I am today.
Okay.
Because I actually recognize a lot of things he does in my voice.
Mm-hmm.
So Alter Bridge is actually the reason why I sing.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Miles Kennedy, if you can hear this. But I know that he knows.
Yeah.
Because I met him and I told him.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. But we sing really. We have this kind of same voice in the basic styles.
So for number 3, what have you been chosen then? Have you any of your own songs or?
It's a song that I listened to a lot when I was young.
Okay.
It's a song called "Hot Dog" with Limp Bizkit. Never gets old.
No. So that's easy choice.
Very easy choice.
You're still listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. As number 4, what have been chosen then?
A new song from Breaking Benjamin. It's called "Ashes of Eden." It's more a slow song. I think I just had to choose a slow song for this pod. So I chose that one. It's really that how do you say it's the guitar in the beginning, just it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So I love that song for that. So
we're gonna reveal your last song. Will you have your own song or things like that?
Yeah, it's the first single from our new album. It's called "Merry Go Round."
Okay.
It's a song about me and my old relationship.
Okay. So it's really personal?
Yeah, it's really personal.
And we're off to a good start with Jonas' top 5 songs. And the oldest band you've been listening to? Well, oldest but most loyal band you've been listening to, which is?
Metallica! Yeah, I have been listening to them since the late 80s. I think I started to listen to the And Justice for All album. And the last album was released in 2008, and we have been waiting for this new album to be released. And now, actually, they have revealed the title that will be Hardwired to Self-Destruct, and they have released the first single that is only called Hardwired. The first single, Hardwire, is out, and they send certainly a signal to the old fans that the old sound is back. And the main riff reminds me a lot of the song Whiplash from the Kill 'Em All album. So I really look forward to listen to the rest of the album, because this song gives me a good vibe of the old new Metallica.
And for the second song, it's also an American band, but seems like he's also been going on for ages compared to Metallica. Well, I think he started out earlier than Metallica, right?
Yeah, I think it started something like in the late 60s or in the beginning of the 70s. And we're talking about Alice Cooper, the father of the shock rock, or what you call it. But I have chosen a new single, it's called Elected. And it's more or less about USA today and all the political climate with Donald Trump and so on. So does he want to be the president by himself? I don't know, but listen and judge by yourself.
And we're off to America again. So it feels like the whole list is from America, but
no,
it's not really American, the band, but the sound is American. So I was just making a fool out of myself, as always. So this band is actually from Ireland, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Be Clear.
But as you said, they are from Scotland, but they are playing a real traditional American rock. And they're releasing a new album called Ellipsis. And I've chosen one of the songs, Medicine. It's a melancholic track, just with acoustic guitar and Simon Neil's fantastic voice. We actually saw them in Bråvalla this summer. It was a really great performance. It will sure be on my everyday playlist.
And we're back to Sweden finally with Sabaton.
Yeah, we talked to Tobbe Englund this summer on Sweden Rock for Rock Dudes, and he quit the band. But he actually were able to play some of the songs from the new album on the last performance of his at Sabaton Open Air. The theme of the album is, of course, about war. But the thing is with this album that they have been chosen many kind of wars during the history, both from Europe and of course, and actually from Japan with the samurais and all things like that. I have chosen the song "Blood of Bannockburn." The story behind the song is about 1314. 9 years after the execution of William Wallace, the Scottish laid sail upon Stirling Castle. And now it's time for Ömer's Top 5, and I think you will start with one of your own bands, and it's a new band for you.
It is. I mean, all of my top 5 songs this time around is based on singles. Feels like I'm going for single shorts, but that's not the case.
Are you single?
Oh yeah, you had to open that door. Thank you. Well, let's talk about the music instead. So anyways, the first song is with the band Sonic Syndicate, with the first single from the upcoming album Confessions. So this song is Start a War. It's an up-tempo song from the Sonic guys, but it's more on the poppy feel of the harder rock. They've changed a little of their unique sound, but I think this is for the better. So listen and judge by yourself.
Yeah, that was Sonic Syndicate. So what will be the next band and song for you?
This is also a band from my ever-growing roster. A band from south of Sweden, Kamchatka, with their typical sound, bluesy rock music. I've taken one of the songs from... well, this song wasn't included on the last album, but it was an outtake. But now it's a single, and it's called No One That Can Tell.
I really liked the blues rock sound of Kamchatka. So what will be the third song in your list? Is it some Swedish band?
It's from Sweden, and it's a bit different because people are kind of used to me listening to death metal, black metal, and thrash and all that. So I'm giving them a few surprises with the third song, which is Hammerfall actually. Early on, I was actually listening to a lot of power and heavy metal, and one of those bands was Hammerfall. So obviously I had to pick one of the newer songs from their album, the new one. So this is the Sekura from the same title of their upcoming album.
Oh, that was some Swedish power heavy metal from the West Coast. So what will be the fourth song?
And we're basically going to Canada. So history regarding this band, The Agonist, because the female front singer used to be in The Agonist and now in Arch Enemy, Alyssa. So they replaced her with another girl. I don't know if it's better or worse, but it's a bit different. Forgot the name of her, but the music should speak by itself. So the song is The Moment, and it's taken from the upcoming album with the same title, The Moment.
Okay, now it's the last song on your list, and are we going back to Sweden again?
We're going back to Sweden for some mathcore. Mathcore was what it's called. It's a hard genre because it's kind of like Meshuggah invented the genre itself. So Meshuggah, heavy riffing, hard as fuck to play that kind of music, but it's really intense, the guitars and the whole structure of songs. So the song is called Born in Dissonance.
Okay, now we come to the end of this episode.
We're in pieces.
Yeah. We're in pieces.
Never gets old. Adam, where is Eve? That kind of.
This was a nice interview regarding Smash and.
Yeah.
Yes.
And keep my English muscle stretched.
Yeah, you have
That's
to
nice.
practice this a lot.
That
Yeah.
goes for both
Yeah.
sides, for Jonas as well, I'm guessing. Kidding. Yeah. But anyways, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to Rock Dudes 30, where our guest was Chris Adam Hedman Sörbye from Smash Into Pieces. The music top list that was in the end of the show will be published through our Spotify profile and homepage rockdudes.se. Don't forget to follow us on our social media network as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter. Search for Rock Dudes Podden. Please write some comments or review about this episode, or what you think about this podcast, and which guest you want to be in our future episode of Rock Dudes. We will of course thank our sponsor ROCKTOBERFEST 2016, and don't forget to get your tickets for the event that will be in Globen and Exit the 28th of October. The jingle was recorded by Jonas Hermansson, Peter Månsson and Mia Coldheart from Crucified Barbara. The interview was recorded by Jonas Love and was edited by Andy Go. The next episode, Rock Dudes 31, will be published within 2 weeks or so. Until then, rock on!
Rock Dudes!